Local Lick Show right here on Vintage Radio 107.7 WQUD. Erie Quad Cities. And of course, the Local Lick Show brought to you by Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, the Quad Cities' largest new and pre-owned motorcycle, scooter, and off-road vehicle dealer. Stop by Brenny's at 4426 State Street in Bettendorf, Iowa. Give them a call, 563-359-7222. And I am broadcasting live from the Rhythm City Casino Studios here in downtown Erie, Illinois. And we have live in studio. Oh, so excited for this, and I'm so glad you're tuned in. The Common Faces making their, I believe, their radio debut. And let's go around and everybody introduce yourself to the audience and to the world. Let's start off with the closest to me. I think it's Michael.
I'm Michael G., guitarist.
I'm Justin, guitarist.
I'm Christopher, lead vocal.
I'm Spencer, I'm the drummer.
And I'm Brad, I play bass.
All right, guys, nice to meet you. And the Common Faces. And anybody can jump in. How long have you guys been around? How did it start? Tell us about the Common Faces.
Jeez, I don't know. It's been at least 5 years, right?
Yeah, most of us were in other projects prior, other musical projects, and kind of all found our way into a shed outside of New Boston, Illinois, and started practicing for a couple of years out there, and it's grown into kind of what you're going to hear today.
All right, and it definitely sounds great. We've played you guys before. Very, very great music you guys got, and it's very original. You know, I don't say that to a lot of bands. A lot of bands, you can kind of tell what their influences are, but and you guys have a great distinctive sound, and you really need that when you're a band, and you want to set yourselves apart. But of course, this is a band. Everybody's got a separate influence. So, what are the biggest influences that drive you guys? It can be band, can be our genre, can be an artist, can be anything.
Well, a lot of the music that I've written for the band is heavily influenced by the Strokes, and in some of the songs, especially the newer stuff, you'll hear that because that's one of my favorite bands.
It's just a lot of different stuff. Too numerous to mention, really. Just a lot of punk, a lot of rock, a lot of country, a lot of
90s grunge.
Yeah, a lot of 90s.
A lot of 90s.
Everybody's like, 90s, 90s grunge.
A little bit of 80s in there, too.
All right, yeah.
70s, come on.
Yeah. And it seems to be a common theme with a lot of bands. You know, you hear them, but sometimes you don't really realize all the influences bands draw from, and that's always a good sign that you guys appreciate lots of genres. Oh, yeah. So that's great. And so you guys said you've been around for about 5 years or so. So individually, how long have you guys been a musician?
I've been in and out of bands for probably at least 25 years.
Wow.
Doing random stuff. I was in a monkey suit for 10 years. So, I mean, I've done all kinds of dumb stuff.
Whatever it took.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever it took.
Whatever gets you out there and having fun.
Right.
I found interest in the bass in junior high and started messing around with it. And there was a period there where I kind of lost interest, and then I picked it up probably about 15 years ago again and just been consistent with that since then.
So I've been playing since I was 5. My dad, Steve Chesney, I can remember, I have a vivid memory of him sitting down and showing me like the basic beat, what to do, and like 2 months later he was showing me off to all of his friends because I could play something basic. And pretty much ever since then I've always been in bands, I've always played, I've always had a kit set up in the house, and here I am today, still playing, still loving it.
For me, my grandfather's actually a Quad City local musician. He's been in country bands since the 50s. So I've always had a guitar and kind of grew up on old outlaw country is what I call it. And been playing ever since. And came up musically in the 90s, so that's where a lot of that grunge influence comes from for me.
And
myself, I've been playing guitar for about 24 years. Had a guitar for about a year before I really got into it and started tearing it up.
All right. Tear it up. Well, let's see if you can tear it up, guys. What's your first song going to be for us today?
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
All right. This is the Common Faces.
inside your mind, they never escape. Nothing venture, nothing gain. Everything's alright as long as it's safe to say.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained by the Common Faces, live in studio here at the Rhythm City Casino Studios. Johnny Dollar here. This is the Local Lick Show. And again, you guys can jump in anytime. So describe to me a little bit about the writing process. Who's in charge? Anybody in charge? You guys, how do you guys do it?
Well, first though, I want to say that Johnny Dollar and the Local Lick Show sounds way sexier than it should.
I hope we're recording this. Are we recording this? Good. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
I don't know. Writing process, we kind of just jam.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out something. We kind of just put it together during the practices. We for lyrics, the writing process, it's either I'll write something almost in a completely different genre or song, and then they'll come up with something, and I just add the lyrics and just pops in together.
Yeah, we all equally have a lot of input, and
Yeah.
I think that's what makes all this work really well. Is we all equally listen to each other real well and work well together.
And the songs are always evolving. I mean, we have songs that we first started playing that are still changing a little bit, like the next song we're going to do is The Show. And it kind of, over the last couple months, has just gotten more of almost a kind of a disco feel as far as the rhythm goes.
Yeah.
So, you know, just, it's always an evolving process from the get-go. And we just kind of start with music and then add lyrics to it and, you know, grow from there.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that you're done with a song, but then you go back and change it up a little bit. Is that common? I mean, actually, I've never really heard too many people say that, but that's great. I mean, you know, that's awesome. That's like a sequel to a song almost.
Yeah, we feel like it's a never-ending quest to make it a better song than it ever was to begin with, you know. So.
And it keeps it fresh, and it keeps it, you know, just interesting to us. Like, you got bands that, I mean, you know, you heard the whole story, like, play this song, play the hit, and they're like, I don't want to play that hit because I've been playing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, so it just keeps it interesting to us, and hopefully everyone else thinks it's interesting too.
Well, it definitely is, and we have the Common Faces live in studio here. So I asked you about the writing process. So, yeah, give or take, but how long does it take for you guys to come up with a song? How does it start? Who comes up with an idea? How do you guys even, you know, how does that all work for you guys?
There's no, like, formula.
Some
on
have been
how
in
that
5
happens.
minutes. Some have been in 5 months.
Right.
It's just, yeah, it's a very vast. A lot. Some of our, I think, favorite ones to play, and some of our best stuff is stuff that's just happened off the cuff while we're jamming,
Yeah.
and we find that little wheelhouse of where it's good, and just, you know, embellish on that and grow the song from there.
Now,
It's almost like sometimes, you know, you get those chills. Like, we'll start jamming a song, you get those chills, and we'll look at each other and be like, okay,
There it
we're
is.
on to something.
right.
Beer helps.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Some other things too, but you know.
Yeah, sure. Hey, we're in Illinois.
Hey, that's right.
So, okay, so now, how many do you guys have? You guys have a album out now? Is that correct? Or
It's an EP.
EP? Okay.
Yeah, when we're working on an album, we actually have probably 2 albums worth of music, but, you know, as we mentioned, they're ever evolving, so, you know.
Yeah, COVID kind of put the brakes on everything like everyone else. So we had a good head of steam going into 2020, and then COVID was just like, nah.
No,
just
not
hold-
today.
Hold your horses,
Not
bro.
this year.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you said you got a lot of music that you can make a couple LPs out of. How do you guys decide what to put on an EP or an LP?
We fist fight.
Oh, okay. Well, that
It's-
explains a lot now.
I mean, honestly, some of the songs are like one or the other's babies, so it's like, you know, but we all kind of understand the big picture is it's got to have a flow, you know, and we were just talking about it last week where we look at it like it should be like a play, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, you know, where there's like 3 song
Sure.
acts and, you know, they're kind of building to something. So that's kind of the idea going in, but honestly, it never ends up being that way. It's just whatever everyone's favorite is. We just get it on there in any way we can, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys got another song for you, and this is one of the ever-evolving songs here. And what is it again?
It's called The Show, I believe.
All right.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So we haven't changed it in the last couple
the,
days.
the title's the same. Okay, gotcha.
Bit a little bit too hard on
watch it go.
Really put your money on the wrong one, guy. Just what do you think you know? Really put your money on the wrong one, buddy. That ooze is starting to flow. When there's love in the air, yeah, there's love everywhere. But you're locked into that glow. Telling you to beware, telling you to be scared. But I don't think it's so. Let the show,
It's a show.
better watch it go.
You watch it go.
To the silly old show,
A silly show.
better watch it go.
Just watch it go.
Now drink more beer. Let's do more drugs. Let Netflix and chill and go to sleep. And never wait. No, never wait. You can't escape. You can't escape from the show.
It's a show.
Better watch it go.
Just watch it go.
To the silly old show.
A silly show.
Better watch it go.
Watch
You really put your money on the wrong one, guy. That ooze, that ooze, that ooze is starting to flow. But there's love in the air, yeah, there's love everywhere. But you're locked into that glow. Telling you to be scared, telling you to beware. But I don't think it's so. Just a show.
It's a show.
Better watch it go.
Watch it
To the silly old show.
go. Watch it go.
Better watch it go.
Watch it
Oh man, you guys just nail it every time. That was the show from the Common Faces live in studio here. Guys, we're going to take 5, so we'll be back after this break here. You're listening to, like I said, the Local Lick Show with me, Johnny Dollar, being brought to you by Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic. Check them out online at brennys.com. Welcome back to the Local Lick Show. Vintage Radio 107.7 WQUD. Serving Quad Cities and worldwide online, WQUD-FM.com. Click on the Listen Now button and you can take us just about anywhere you want to go. And I am broadcasting from the Rhythm City Casino Studios here in downtown Erie, Illinois.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
No, it's the Rhythm City Casino Studios. Come on. And joining us live in studio, we have the Common Faces. We've been rocking out so far, and we'll continue here the next hour, or the next half hour. So let's get right back to it and find out a little more about these guys. You guys were talking about before the break about COVID, and I always want to ask the bands because it's, you know, it impacted everybody in different ways, more so than others. Of course, you said, you know, you guys were heading in with a full head of steam, and then COVID happened. What did you guys do during that time? I mean, if anything, you know, some bands did stuff, some bands
We were
didn't.
basically on hiatus, to be honest. We tried to get together, and it just, you know, everybody was kind of freaked out, you know.
But I think everyone was still playing or
Yeah.
practicing. I
We
mean, we
were
were all
practicing,
kind of
yeah.
doing music stuff, but like everyone solo in their basements or in their back rooms, you know?
We tried to do, you know, everybody play the part for this one song and we'll put it together remotely, and
Yeah.
just wasn't the same. You know, it wasn't that vibe. It wasn't as fun, and
We definitely are in the same room type of band.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Zoom meetings were not conducive to us.
The one Zoom meeting we tried. It did not pan out.
We did get together for a little bit in October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then but it was going into the holidays, and we're like, maybe we shouldn't get each other, too close,
Yeah.
in case,
Well, the numbers were going up, and
Yeah.
it was like that soft reopen,
Right.
and then it shut down again.
We need to write a song about it.
We practiced a couple of times because we thought there was gonna be a gig, which I think it just ended up being wishful thinking on the person booking the gig
Yeah.
because it just didn't work out.
Yeah, and that happened. I've talked to a lot of bands, and it just you get your hopes up so high, and then just something happened, and just boop, gone.
Yep.
And it's just a waiting game.
But I do feel like since things have opened back up and been able to practice again, we really kind of hit the ground running. I mean, we practiced multiple weekends in a row, 5 hours a night, way out in New Boston, and
Dude, we were jumping out of our skins.
and we got Eric on board, and he's been helping us get gigs again, and it's like all of a sudden we have a bunch of weekends booked again.
And I think people are excited for live music, so there is like more opportunities popping up than there has been maybe for last obviously a couple of years, especially last year.
So let's talk about other stuff now. We don't want to talk about COVID anymore because we're hoping that's going away. But so what do you guys do outside of the band? Any hobbies? Any interests? I mean, what do you guys do besides just the music?
So I my hobby and my career kind of roll in together. I'm big into IT and technology, and I love working with that stuff. And I also big outdoors. I like to go canoeing and camping and that kind of stuff too. And it's a nice escape from the IT world, which is all inside and screens.
Yeah,
and
I was
stuff
just gonna
like that.
say.
Yeah.
Good for you. Anybody else?
For me, it's music, motorcycles, and cars. That's basically it. Guitars, cars, and motorcycles.
Nice.
Sounds like a book.
Yeah, I know.
It probably is. I mean,
Oh, yep, it is.
Hey.
Yeah, for me, it's just, music and my son, Draven. Yeah. Full-time dad.
Full-time dad. Yep, that is a full-time job.
Yeah, kids, video games, and then music, but that wasn't happening. So other than that, it's Illinois, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So video games.
So video games, yeah.
Yeah. You got my attention.
Assassin's Creed, played a lot of that. Odyssey's awesome.
Yeah. That's the Roman setting one, right?
No, that's
wait.
the ancient Greece one,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
which
yeah.
is the best one so far. I haven't played Valhalla, but I heard it's really good.
All right. Well, I asked that, and I say that because a long time ago when I was high school, I was a freelance writer for the Dispatch, and I did video game reviews for about a couple years. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Does anybody else do anything else? Anything interesting or?
For me, it's the same kind of thing. It's, my family. I got
Yeah.
kids. Doing that kind of thing. Tinker around on old vehicles. I got 3 acres actually by New Boston. That's where we practice out there. So there's always something to do when you got 3 acres of land. So
That sounds like fun.
He's got chickens, and they're awesome. He had
I got chickens.
I thought he had a duck one time because there was just this duck. We used to call it like Laughing Duck Studios because every time we would stop playing, you hear this duck go. Wah, 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 wah. It was like laughing at us. One time, me and Michael are leaving. The duck literally chased us to Michael's car.
Really?
Slowly, but
Yeah.
it
it was a
was
security duck.
yeah, it was escorting us out.
So that's how our equipment stays safe.
Security duck. Security duck. Nice.
Laser guided duck missiles.
Nice. All right, guys. So let's hear some music. What do you guys got for us next?
This song called Pincushion.
All right.
Also, check us out on Spotify.
Sure.
Ready?
Common Faces with a Pincushion. Let's talk a little bit about that song. It seems like that comes from somewhere, a personal experience. Tell me a little bit about that, if you want to, if you can.
I gotta think about my whole life. No. It's, you go through life, you have trials and tribulations, you have love and you have loss, and it's just about, everything you had suddenly can just go away like that. And songs to me, when I hear songs, it's kind of like your own interpretation of that song. But that song is just, you're having a life, and for whatever reason, multiple reasons, it just goes away. And the grief that comes with that. Right. And I'm sure a lot of people can identify with that.
Sure.
It kind of leads us to our next song, which is called Whiskey at Noon. To kind of get the premise of that one.
Natural progression, yeah, sure, yep. All right, yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and do that one, we'll do that one. Then after this, we'll take a break.
Woo!
All right.
Are you ever gonna admit that you were wrong? Did you ever think I put you in this song? Probably not the way you pictured it. Probably not the way you thought it'd be. What did I do to deserve all this pain? Makes me wanna open all my veins. Probably not something you wanna hear. Probably not something I'd really do, but you broke my heart, pretty baby. And I've been thinking maybe time to start drinking whiskey at noon. Takes all my time, hurting all the time. Let it show, babe, thinking of you. But you broke my heart, pretty baby. And I've been thinking maybe time to start drinking whiskey at noon. Takes all my time, I'm hurting all the time, and I'd rather be howling at the mouth. Never did I love another harder than I loved you, lover. None of them compared to you. Maybe it was 'cause you didn't care, but I do not think you will run away. When you found another man, never felt less like a man. Don't expect you to understand. You can take my time, but I still feel that pain. That made me wanna open all my veins. 'Cause broke my heart, pretty baby. And I've been thinking maybe time to start drinking whiskey at noon. Takes all my time, I'm hurting all the time, and I'd rather be nothing at the mouth. Broke my heart, pretty baby. And I've been thinking maybe time to start drinking whiskey at noon. Takes all my time, I'm hurting all the time. Let it show, be thinking of you. Pretty baby, you're driving me crazy. Believe me when I say I drink right all day.
Whiskey at Noon. And hey, guys, it is noon right now, so I don't know. We're going to take a break. I don't know if anybody brought any. The Common Faces live in studio here on the Local Lick Show. We are back with the Local Lick Show right here on Vintage Radio 107.7 WQUD, brought to you by Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic, Quad City's largest new and pre-owned motorcycle, scooter, and off-road vehicle dealer. stop by 4426 State Street in Bettendorf, Iowa. Check them out online, brennys.com, or give them a call, 563-359-7222. And joining us in the Rhythm City Casino studios, we have live the Common Faces, who I believe have a couple more songs left in the tank. But before we get to that, I want to know what you guys are listening to right now. I mean, what are you guys listening to on your playlist?
I can't even say the name of the band that I'm into.
Oh, it's that one, huh?
They used to be, at least the main guitarist and I think a couple of members of the band used to be in this band called the Drones. They're from Australia. The name of the band, the abbreviation is TFS. Middle initial is banned by the FCC. So Tropical Blank Storm.
Oh, nice. I like that.
They're really good.
So I recently got this YouTube music app, and I have it show me stuff because they give you like new bands all the time. But a lot of stuff I listen to frequently is a lot of 90s. Like I listen to a lot of Cake, Rage Against the Machine. I also listen to some punk rock, and I'm kind of all over the place. I feel like if I listed everything I'm listening to now, it'd be long. I did find this guy recently. I can't pronounce his name very well, but I know his last name's Takanaka. It's like a Japanese guitar player that is pretty cool. Almost sounds Hawaiian kind of style. I don't know. I get into weird stuff, but
yeah.
all the kind of the good drummer bands like Rush and Zeppelin and stuff like that. I always listen to them and take notes and things like that.
Yeah, I do use that app too, the YouTube music app.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
They have a Discover playlist, and it always plays you something new.
Yeah.
I've been getting into like Clutch a bit lately too. Just cool, weird stuff.
Clutch is an up-and-coming band.
Clutch is up and coming, yeah. Familiar stuff, new stuff. I try to keep up with it.
Awesome.
Yep.
Good for you. Anybody else?
The Strokes came out with an album last year, so after a hiatus, the new
group of
Abnormal
young
came out. So
go-getters.
been listening to that. I've been listening to a band called Glass Animals a little bit. A lot of like more electronic stuff for me lately, because it's easier to do that stuff by yourself in your basement with a computer. So I listen to like Iodo and Odessa and some of those bands a lot lately.
Yeah, Glass Animals. That sounds familiar, and if I heard one of their songs, I think that would it'd be familiar. Anybody else got anything interesting?
My playlist is pretty diverse, but lately I've been addicted to Bring Me the Horizon and Grimes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, go ahead, Brad.
I've been really diving into Bowie lately.
Have you?
I never gave him a chance back in my younger days, so now I'm a little bit older. I'm a little bit more open-minded.
Yeah.
And not that he needs that, but I'm just really diving into Bowie lately is kind of where I'm at.
Right.
If you're alive, Brad has no time for you. But if you're dead, it's on.
Well, that's nice. Well, actually, that's funny you say that, because actually about a week ago we had that on our Facebook page. We asked, what's a band or artist that you never cared to listen to, but you decided to give a second chance, and then you ended up liking them.
Yeah.
So for you, it would be
it was Bowie. Yeah.
Bowie. All right, yeah. And I have seen him live, way back in the day when it was still the Mark of the Quad Cities, and I was like, 16, 17. I knew of him, I've heard his music, but yeah, you don't really realize what you're seeing or what you're listening to until somebody's gone or it's too late.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, so cool. Awesome stuff. And now, where can we find you guys online?
Spotify. The EPs or the first EPs on Spotify. We have yet to come out with another one. Where are we else, Michael?
We're everywhere. We're on YouTube Music. We're on Spotify, Apple Music. I think we're on just YouTube as well. SoundCloud's got some songs
Tidal.
on there. Some demos I think are still on SoundCloud too.
Tidal? We're on Tidal. Damn, we're on Tidal.
Wow. Thanks, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Get
on
our
first
music out
name
the press.
basis with Beyonce.
Well, there's I think Michael found it where you can pay a fee and they'll just put you on everything basically.
DistroKid.
Yeah.
A lot of artists, it makes it easy.
Yep.
No, I don't feel so fancy.
Yeah, we didn't get to meet Jay-Z.
We got some physical EPs too that float around at the shows if you ever come to one and you want one.
Yeah, and we're working on an album that will hopefully be out before the next pandemic hits.
I love that thinking.
We'll keep on that.
So, all right. So, and also, I'd like to mention, too, that you guys are also, I think, off the top of my head, it's qcbeats.org.
Yes.
You can find you guys there
Yeah.
along with some
Yep.
other bands. Want to promote that local website, too. So, awesome stuff. And, yeah, you said you're working on some stuff. So, we're looking forward to that. Hopefully soon, like you said, before the next pandemic.
Yeah.
All right.
Working on it.
Good. All right, guys. Want to do a couple in a row? Finish us off?
Sure.
Okay.
This one's going to be on our album when we come out. That's called Who Do You Think You Are?
Who do you think you are?
In tune?
Think that there was just you and me, being by your side, baby, I was all we'd need. Sometimes your personal perception ain't the life that you're living. You wake up one day and you're taking more than you're giving. Well, I got one thing to tell you, pretty baby. When you're talking to me, who gets who do you think you are? Thinking ain't gonna get you too far. No, no. Who gets who do you think you are? Taking and breaking every single piece of my heart. Yeah, yeah. Just to long to hear your voice and feel your touch. Being by your side, baby, yeah, it's never enough. Lately I've been guessing out about the words that been coming out. It's hard for me to distinguish what you're really even talking about. Well, I got one thing to tell you, pretty baby. When you're talking to me, who gets who do you think you are? Talking to me like that, it ain't gonna get you too far. No, no. Who gets who do you think you are? Taking and breaking every single piece of my heart. Yeah, yeah. Lost situations into that communication that we need, and every time I hear you, my ears they're starting to bleed. Because when you're arguing and you're laughing at me, it just seems like another critique. Well, I got one thing to tell you, pretty baby. When you're talking to me, yeah. Who gets who do you think you are? Talking to me like that, it ain't gonna get you too far. No, no. Who gets who do you think you are? Taking and breaking every single piece of my heart, like you do, yeah. Little piece, every single piece of my heart.
The Common Faces live in studio here on the Local Lick Show, the Rhythm City Casino Studios. And let's do one more from you guys. And just want to say, you guys are totally awesome. I've done dozens of bands. You guys just, I can see And if you're watching on Facebook, you can see how much fun these guys are having. They're getting into it. That's what I want to see in a band, so I love that.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So what do you got for us next then?
I believe this one's called Anymore.
Anymore.
Yeah, Anymore. Anymore.
Gotta believe. Oh yes, I gotta believe. Gotta believe. Oh yes, I gotta believe. I gotta believe. Oh yes, I gotta believe. Believe, 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 believe. I don't wanna miss you anymore, 'cause it's been way too long. I don't wanna kiss this goodbye.
Yeah, guys, that was awesome. That was Anymore from the Common Faces. Guys, that was so awesome. You guys did an excellent show. Just what we were looking for. And before we let you guys go, we want to bring in, sitting in studio with me is band manager Eric. And Eric, you guys got a handful here with these guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. These guys do all the hard work. They do a great job. I'm just fortunate enough to be along for the ride.
Yeah, and what a ride. And speaking of which, you guys got anything coming up? Any shows, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. We're at the Captain's Table August 14th in East Moline. We've got a couple shows with Michael Moncada and Jambrella Jams. We'll be at Drunken Barrels August 28th, September 24th. We've also got Jambrella Jams at the headquarters in Muscatine, September 18th. And we just got in with Muscapalooza in Muscatine, Iowa, September 3rd and 4th. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up. Pretty excited. New music coming out. We're doing a lot of good stuff together, and I'm just excited to be here and be able to hear these guys put out some great music.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, thank you so much for coming in. Anything else you guys want to say before we go? Anything? I know you got some stuff working on. Anything else you want to say to the folks out there in Radio Land?
When we have merch, please buy it, please.
Okay, sure.
Please.
Stand by for new music, and thank you for the to the local lick show and Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic for sponsoring this. We really appreciate it.
Sure thing. And you guys, you can find them on all the major streaming platforms, and of course, you can find them on Facebook. So, guys, thank you again for coming in. You guys truly rocked it, loved it, and hope to have you guys in again sometime soon. All right, that's the Common Faces live in studio here. You can check out that replay coming up later on in the week on our YouTube page. And, of course, we'll have that up. I'll let you know.